Okay, fourth quarter boy sports. It is the illustrious Professor Lake, and I'm here again with another Chicago Bears positional analysis, and we're going to take a look at the running back spot, the fullback spot.
The most important investment for an artist.
We're going to talk a little bit about Jordan Howard, Tariq Cohen, Benny Cunningham. We're going to make a comparison with the running backs over there at Kansas City, who seem to flourish in Matt Nagy's system. But earlier this year, a lot of guys before the draft were putting Jordan Howard on the table as a bargaining chip to get more draft picks. Some say Jordan Howard does not have the skill set to fit within Matt Nagy's system. Some question is if he's even a top 10 running back. Tariq Cohen, a gadget back out of a small school, makes a lot of big plays. Definitely can take it the distance if you give him some open space. Very electrifying in the open space. I like this guy on special teams as well. I thought last year both of these guys could be used a little more effectively by Darryl Loggins. And I think that's part of the reason why our offense suffered with poor planning, poor offensive concepts, predictable play. And I think Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen statistically suffered last season due to offensive coordination. Behind those two guys, we got Benny Cunningham, veteran, came from the Rams, spent some time with Chicago. What I like about Benny Cunningham is he makes the most out of his snaps. Normally, when he's in the game, he's giving Jordan Howard a blow. Jordan Howard may be dinged up a little bit, but he comes in there and he can get first downs. Not as confident in him as just running the ball out the backfield, but he's proven to be a pretty good receiver out the backfield. And he can break a couple tackles and get you a couple extra yards from time to time. Now, when people say that Jordan Howard doesn't fit into Matt Nagy's system, is it just because he had a poor showing as a running back, being able to catch the ball? I could understand that. That's an area of the game where Jordan Howard is definitely going to have to improve. He's leaving a lot on the field when you're unable to turn to him and throwing the ball in certain situations. But when you compare his statistics to Kareem Hunt last season, we'll just start at the rushing, from the rushing perspective. Kareem Hunt had 272 attempts. Jordan Howard had 276 attempts at running the ball. Kareem Hunt gained 1,327 yards. Jordan Howard gained 1,122 yards. Yards per attempt. Kareem Hunt, 4.9 yards per attempt. Jordan Howard, 4.1 yards per attempt. Kareem Hunt's longest run was 69 yards. Jordan Howard's was 53 yards. Kareem Hunt scored 8 touchdowns. Jordan Howard scored 9 touchdowns. So again, I feel Nagy could use both of these running backs in a similar fashion here in Chicago. Now, when you look at Tariq Cohen and you compare Tariq Cohen's rushing stats to their next best rushing leader, they're pretty similar, except Charcandrick West, he carried the ball a lot less last year. But Charcandrick West carried the ball 18 times. He gained 355 yards at 5.9 yards a clip. His longest run was 70 yards, and he scored 1 touchdown. Now, for the Bears, we got Tariq Cohen. He ran the ball 87 times for 370 yards, 4.3 yards a clip, 46 yards was his longest run, and he was able to see the pay dirt 2 times. So we got a very similar backfield. I think that we just need to get more out of Jordan Howard in the passing game so he doesn't have to come off the field, leading the defense on in predictability of your offense. If you're taking Jordan Howard off the field, it's a good chance that you might be passing the ball and good defenders, they're able to pick things up like that during the game. Personnel packages, just to give them an edge as far as what the next play is going to be, run or pass, inside or outside. So these are things that linebackers pick up on. Defensive linemen pick these things up. And I'm sure cornerbacks and safeties do the same thing as well. We always watch the personnel. So as long as you can get Jordan Howard to get on that jug machine and develop better receiving skills, I think the Bears would be all right and put them in decent situations to where this is an easy catch. Now, we make comparisons with what Jordan Howard could do and what Tariq Cohen could do from the perspective of last year's offense. And I just think that's a little unfair. I think a better offensive coordinator would have been able to do a lot more with both of these guys in the backfield. And I think that's where Matt Nagy comes in and Mark Helfrich designing an offense, designing an attack every game day that'll be able to utilize these guys' talents, put them in easy win situations. I mean, you have enough talent now at the wideout position to the point where defenses really don't know where you're going to go with the ball. And that's just the cloak that every offense needs. Now, you take a look at the backups. You got Benny Cunningham, Taquan Mizell. I really like Benny Cunningham. I think he's serviceable. But at the same time, I think you're looking at somebody like Jordan Howard and how much he provides for your offense. It's a really big drop-off. Now, they did pick up a running back out of Oregon, and his name is Ryan Nall. The thing I like about Ryan Nall is that he can catch the ball out the backfield. You see that a lot on his highlight tapes. If you watch some of his film, he's been a steady, reliable outlet for his quarterback. And, he could go downfield with it as well. So it's not like it's just swing passes. So I like Ryan Nall. I think that he will make some noise. I think he'll surprise some people. I do see him making the 53-man roster ahead of Mike Burton. I think the Bears want a little bit more out of Mike Burton than they've been able to use in previous seasons. But I just think that Ryan Nall may be a better athlete. We'll see how he is with blocking, because that's going to be important as well. So again, Matt Nagy has come to the Chicago Bears, and a lot of fans and a lot of hopefuls, players, coaches are looking to see a dynamic offense. I don't think that, knowledgeable fans are looking at this as though we're just going to drop the running game and we're going to be a pass-heavy offense. I think that we're just looking at the dynamic and the concepts that Matt Nagy is going to bring to the table, the tempo of play. And I think that he's going to be able to run a balanced offense. He's going to be able to use the pass to open up the run game and vice versa. And that's what I think his philosophy is. I think one hand washes the other. In the passing game and the running game, you have to be efficient. And I think that's what Matt Nagy is going to bring to the table, efficiency in your offense. When it comes down to the running game, I definitely think that you're still going to see a lot of Jordan Howard. You're still going to see a little bit of Tariq Cohen. And I just think it's going to be more impactful, more explosive, more consistent than what we've been seeing over the previous seasons in the John Fox era. But that's what I want to see this year. Jordan Howard, Tariq Cohen, consistency, still making big plays, being successful in a dynamic offense. Want to see the improvement of Jordan Howard in the receiving game. Tariq Cohen, I'd like to just see a little bit more of. I think this offense will open up for him as well this season. And again, one of my surprise guys is Ryan Nall. He's really intriguing as a college prospect. And I think for what he brings to the table, I think that you will see him in games from time to time. and I think he'll make some nice plays for us receiving out the backfield. I think that he could turn into a nice pass blocker as well. And he'll be a good decoy running back, short yardage, goal line. But with that in mind, it's Fourth Quarter Boy Sports. I am the illustrious Professor Lake. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And, that's my Chicago Bears analysis of the running backs, man. Let me know what you think. We'll dialogue about it. And, look for that linebacking analysis coming up real soon. But it's Fourth Quarter Boy Sports. I am the illustrious Professor Lake, and I'm out.